My Spy. Stars Dave Bautista and Chloe Coleman. This is a movie that I saw the trailer for roughly last year. I've heard some people say they heard this, or they saw this trailer years back, and I didn't even see the trailer until last year. This movie was supposed to be released in, I think, April. Yes, so we got it bumped a few months, and this just came to Amazon Prime. It was bought by Amazon. I was really, really happy because I didn't want to go to the theater just to see this movie. But when it comes to movies like Mulan, Tenet, Unhinged, I'll go and see those movies in theaters with my mask on. If I gotta wear a hazmat suit, I'm gonna wear a hazmat suit just to go to the freaking movies. So this is My Spy. Here we go. Finally, we are just about a minute into the video. We're going to get into the review right now. My Spy is all about Dave Bautista, who is a CIA operative. And he is watching over this family because they think that a dangerous family member could be coming back for them. Well, they are found out by the daughter, played by Chloe Coleman, and hilarity ensues, and let's get into what I thought of the movie. I thought this was charming. I like this movie quite a bit, actually. It's in my top 5 of the year, actually. Go to my Letterboxd. It is Noah Kaser 99 on Letterboxd. And you can see every single movie I watch, and I rate everything, and I catalog everything. I'm at 357 right now. So, let's get into My Spy. It's a cute little film. It feels like The Game Plan. It feels like The Tooth Fairy, and it feels like a family-ish movie for the first hour and something. And then we get into the action. And where the action is really where the PG-13 comes from. Because the PG-13 is not necessary throughout the whole movie. It's where the action is. And I think if they wanted to do a PG movie, they really could have toned down this action and made it a family movie. This is not a family movie by normal standards. You can definitely sit down and watch this with your kids if they are maybe 10, 8 at the youngest. Dave Bautista is an actor that I just like him. I've loved him for many years. He was a wrestler first, and I was a wrestling fan for many, many years before I was even thinking about reviewing movies. And he was one of the first superstars that I actually saw at a live event. So I have a little connection there. I've been a fan of Dave Bautista through his wrestling years. Now I'm watching him grow through his acting career, through Hollywood. The last movie I saw him in was Final Score, and I love that movie. It's a fun action movie. This one, I'm judging it based off the action, the charm, and the comedy. There's some really funny moments here. It's a family movie that delivers on all levels. Now, if you are a fan of the action comedies that are not family-oriented, like, say, Rampage, which has comedic scenes in it, or Zombieland, which I am calling a action comedy, but it also has some horror elements. It is a horror comedy, but it's more of an action comedy. There's explosions, there's blood, there's lots of comedy, so it's more of a comedy. This one, if you want to call it a comedy, I'm going to give it to you. The funny moments are really funny. The comedic moments are great. Chloe Coleman does a good job with her role. Here's where the film really goes down just a little bit. Here's my one negative. I thought that you could have toned back some of the dramatic moments because they weren't really needed for the movie. They weren't earned. And it's a cliched movie. It really is. But there is one twist that I really did not see coming. And it involves... how do I want to say this? It involves two communities right now who are having troubles right now. Let's just say that. And they combine those two. And I really like that. Now, does it really add anything to the movie? It really does, because it adds an element of surprise. This is the better movie that I've watched today from 2020. The better 2020 movie that I watched today was My Spy. It is definitely in my top 5 of the year right now. We haven't had a whole lot of great films that have not been Hallmark films, but overall, 66 movies that I've seen from 2020 this year so far, this is definitely number 4 right now. I'm going to give My Spy a B+. It's definitely worth watching. If you did not know, it was on Amazon Prime. Definitely check it out right now. It just dropped today. I got up at 6 o'clock in the morning to watch it, and it is roughly 5 o'clock now. So that tells you how much I've watched today. My Spy gets a B+. I'm going to recommend it to you highly. Now, just a little side note. This is not going to be for everybody. This will not be for everybody. Some people are going to think that this is too kiddie. And people are going to think it's too mature to be a family movie. Well, it's both. It's going to get both sides. What you need to go into this movie with is, if your kid has seen Fast and Furious, if your kid has seen Skyscraper, Rampage, if your kid has seen action comedies before, like, say, I don't know, what's one? Say if they've seen The Game Plan, it has the same feel to that, with just some guns and explosions, with some stakes to it. But let's be honest, your kids are watching way worse stuff on YouTube and Nickelodeon right now than they are in this movie, because there's a lot more offensive stuff on television now and on YouTube today than that are in this movie. My Spy is one to watch, and I will see you guys for my Eurovision Song Contest: The Story of Fire Saga review up next.